ePortfolio recommendation for Cumberland Valley School District. An ePortfolio is an electronic collection of evidence that shows your learning journey over time. Portfolios can relate to specific academic fields or your lifelong learning. The key aspect of an ePortfolio is your reflection on the evidence, such as why it was chosen and what you learned from the process of developing your ePortfolio. ePortfolios have the ability to change the way students think about their learning. As they reflect on their work, they will begin to understand how they learn best, identify their strengths and weaknesses, and grow in their understanding of themselves as a learner. Some personal experience I've used Seesaw in the classroom this year. I had students use it during guided reading. They responded to comprehension questions, and then what I would do is I would write notes on their work and take a picture of it, and I added a caption to show some strengths and areas to improve on using the Seesaw app. The students really enjoyed documenting their work. It increased their motivation when writing their responses because they knew their work would be saved. In the future, I would like to have students use it during guided math centers, that they could document their work during those stations, and for them to be able to show and explain how to solve math problems using the video feature that's available. I did an informal staff survey to see what teachers in the district and administrators in the district thought about ePortfolios. Overall, within the district, the demographic varied greatly from eager digital natives to apprehensive digital immigrants. While there were many teachers in support of ePortfolios, there was a significant amount that were hesitant about starting the portfolios in the district. Responses to the survey revealed that teachers are feeling overwhelmed by the new technology within the past couple of years. Though there were some staff who expressed their excitement, sadly they were not the majority. The survey provided me with valuable information to assist in choosing a technology that would meet the needs of both the teacher and the students. If teachers aren't comfortable with the technology themselves, they're not going to feel confident in teaching students how to use it and are much less likely to actually use it in the classroom. Some considerations when making my decision. Economically, the district already has laptop carts in the buildings as well as classroom netbooks. They're discussing the possibility of one-to-one in the next couple of years so every student would have a device or a laptop. ePortfolios would be a natural next step to accompany the one-to-one. In the meantime, they could use the devices, netbooks, or laptop carts that are already available to create their portfolios. Culturally, regardless of the culture or background of students that I've had in class, I've received positive parent feedback every year regarding the incorporation of technology into my classroom. With that said, I feel that families would be thrilled to see a portfolio of their child's work and to have that communication piece that's going to come with it. Organizationally, the district is very large with new buildings currently under construction. Due to the size, I recommend summer trainings in order to allow teachers more time to adequately train and prepare for the implementation of this program. Furthermore, it would give the educational technology integrators the ability to offer multiple sessions to alleviate the large staff groups that would be created otherwise if it were during the school year. So smaller sessions. Some questions to consider prior to making my decision. There are lots of things to consider when choosing a technology, such as, can the work be made public? Is it housed inside a walled garden? Can students access their work or export it when they leave school? That's a key one. What are the costs for using it? Is always big for the district. They want to know what it comes down to with money. Can the teacher create an account? Is there a minimum age to sign up? Are there multiple file types you can upload, or is it very specific in what you can put on? How is it organized? Some other things to consider. Who can you share with? How does it get shared? Can outsiders access and comment on the work? Or is it moderated and somehow do you have oversight in how that works? Is the platform device neutral? I thought that was really important to consider. What's the cost of it? And how much training will be required for the staff, admin, and students in order to make this work effectively? 3 technologies I've looked at were Google Drive, which I've had experience with personally and professionally, Seesaw, which I've used in my classroom this current year, and eBackpack, which is something new that I wanted to research. Seesaw, some advantages are that there's a QR code students can very easily sign in. The mode can be changed based on a device, whether it's a shared device or a personal device. You can invite other teachers so that they can upload things as well to show a well-rounded view of the student's progress. There can be communication among students with liking and commenting on their peers' work as long as you allow that within your settings. Parents can stay up to date with classroom learning as they see things uploaded. You can set for new items to require teacher approval, so anything students upload you have to approve before it becomes public on, well, not public, but on the app or on the website. There's multiple ways to add artifacts. You can do a photo, a drawing, a file, a note, or a link, and you can create a video with drawing to document the thought process. Couple disadvantages for this was that It's not really going to work for districts that don't have a lot of technology. It's pretty good for districts with bring your own device, but it's really ideal for one-to-one buildings because students have to have devices or laptops in order to make this work effectively. Long term, it might not be the best option. The work can be downloaded or saved, but it gets a little tricky and it could become very cumbersome to do that. Seesaw for schools might be very costly. The district probably would want to go more that route. The district might want to go more of that route because it's going to probably work out better in the long run because they can use it from year to year and it can go from teacher to teacher. However, that gets kind of costly and that's always a concern. eBackpack. It's actually a learning management system primarily. There's an ePortfolio component to it. You can upload assignments and assessments. There's an annotating feature. You can add content from Khan Academy, Quizlet, and many others. It's a secure system. It's standard aligned. It connects to student information systems, gradebooks, and storage. Portfolios go with the students from year to year. You can add in assignments already submitted to their portfolio, so it's very simple. It's an all-in-one. It goes from submitting work to grading to saving student work. Couple things that this could cause. It could be costly for the district to purchase. You have to sync with, for us, we have to sync with two different SIS. We have elementary has one and middle and high school have something different. And we also use Mastery Connect and they also use something different for their gradebook. So things are a little bit disjointed as far as elementary versus middle and high school, which causes some concern in choosing that. It also has a lot more bells and whistles than I feel like are necessary for the district at this point in time. Google Drive and Sites. You can transfer from an educational domain to a personal account when you graduate. New tools and apps are added by Google all the time. There's an interactivity component with comments and sharing similar to the other programs as well. There's a collaborative editing and feedback option. YouTube files or attachments can be added to Google Sites. It's free. All the available tools work together. Administrators have control over access and usernames. I should actually say it's free for a personal account. The district may have to pay for Google Apps for Education. There's a collaboration among faculty and students. Schools can use it with students under 13 if the accessible use policy is signed, if parent permission is given. The students can access work anywhere there's Wi-Fi, and they can share it with their future employers and college recruiters. At the high school level, I thought this would be phenomenal because high schoolers would have something very tangible for recruiters and employers to look at for their work samples. Couple disadvantages. Unless it's created by a district, you have to be 13, but if the district does it, you're good to go and you have to have a domain. So we have cvschools.org, which works out well. There could be internet access issues if too many people are on it, though we've never had an issue with that at this point and the district has used it for the last 2 years. There are some privacy concerns with the information being stored on a cloud. My recommendation based on CV's current technologies combined with the advantages and disadvantages of the proposed technologies would be Google Drive and Sites, highly recommended. Students and staff have been using it, as I said, for the past 2 years. It would be much less stressful for the digital immigrant teachers than choosing a newer platform like eBackpack or Seesaw. As I said, eBackpack really has a lot going on and I don't think it's necessary to have all of that. Seesaw also would be very good, but you have to pay for it and it's something new that teachers would have to learn. Whereas the way you're doing things in Seesaw and the way you're doing things in Google Drive are relatively similar, other than the picture taking, which you can import pictures on Google. So very similar in the way that they're done. It's just that teachers are already used to Google. Also, students have been using it as well, so it would be very simple for the students in 3rd grade and up to take the work that's already saved on there and just put it into a portfolio. In conclusion, ePortfolios would engage the students in a collection and reflection of artifacts, increase the student motivation, and foster communication between students, teachers, and parents regarding their growth and progress. The ePortfolio is a central and common point for the student experience. It's a reflection of the student as a person undergoing continuous personal development, not just a store of evidence. And I think that's key, continuous personal development. So I'm hoping that if the district chooses to do an e-portfolio, that Google Drive and Sites would be the way to go, and that it would help students as they continue to grow throughout their education. And some references.